Alright, welcome to the 5th installment of XCOM, and great news. Last session was remarkably bloodless. The only person we lost was Ryan Knuckles Sawalski, and that was because the the UI for Twitch actually gets in the way of seeing the ammo counter on the gun, so I couldn't tell he was empty. But that's not actually that bad of a way to die. So, so it looks like at this point we have stabilized somewhat. So let's back out and check out our roster of soldiers. So obviously, Emily, a total of 17 missions and 26 kills, most experienced soldier. Christian is coming right up behind her on kills, but way less missions. Obviously, Chrissy, aka Echo, 4 missions, only 1 kill and is wounded, but also, like, psionics have a lot of impact beyond simply killing people. John Galvin, 7 missions and 9 kills, wounded. He's a specialist though, so we're not really using him that much. Brian White, 4 missions, 7 kills. He has been getting the kills. And Akira, 2 missions and 6 kills, is bringing up the lead. Is bringing up the rear along with Liam Thomas, 3 missions and 1 kill. So now we have to start looking at endgame build strategies for our team. So my big concern is I don't want to just drag on for a really long time, power leveling like random ass classes, which is exactly the kind of thing I would do in like a normal playthrough. Like I've done like all specialist builds before just to see if it was complete garbage. Spoiler, it was. But like I'm not gonna. It's just like force people to watch that kind of asinine gameplay. I've also done like all psyops builds, which takes forever to train like 6 of them, but is fantastic if you can do it. And again, I'm not gonna like. That's literally like a year's worth of gameplay in terms of like in-game time to just train up that many psyops. So I'm not gonna subject you to that. So it's basically gonna be whatever is the fastest way to get to the end game is essentially what we're looking at. So it might be. What we got? So we either might do a team comp based on what we have here with double psi, double grenadier, ranger, sniper, most likely, or we're gonna sub some of that out for quad psi. It depends on how fast we can get people leveled. Brian's got no lance, fantastic. So we have soul steel, which is situational. Stasis shield, not really, like, very situational. Fuse is actually better because it's like a no cooldown, and a lot of enemies have grenades at this level. So, like, at this point in the game, Fuse is actually a pretty high pick. Because, like, Mutons, all of the advent troopers, mechs generally have them as well. It's a great way to, like, to sandblast somebody's armor or cover without having to consume, like, an actual grenade.
Commander, as of right now, we don't have enough intel to get a solid bearing on the local
Oh yeah.
in that area.
Build radio relay. So like Fuse gains a lot of value the further the game goes. Obviously, at the beginning of the game, almost nobody has grenades, so it's not really a worthwhile upgrade. But at this point, it's pretty solid. Oh, we got new targets. What we got? So, major breakthrough adds 2 blocks. I would like to avoid that if possible. I'm mostly just looking at the advent stuff. Increases all intel costs by 100%. What is the benefit? A scientist or an engineer? So like one of, I guess we go with this. Like bucket, intel costs are just gonna remain high. Because like a scientist, we really don't care about a scientist at this point in the game. Like we're too late for a scientist to be relevant. So we're still short of psi. Chrissy's still recovering, but we can take basically a pretty experienced team, so I'm okay with this. Like, I anticipate we'll probably be done with this game by this weekend, one way or another. Like, either something horribly tragic happens and we lose, or like we finish it up. More likely we finish it up, because we've stabilized pretty significantly at this point. So, if anybody didn't play this game from the beginning, you won't remember the fantastic, like, Ranger, like how bad they were originally. Like, we have a wall of like 6 dead Rangers, and like it was like that, but to an order of magnitude worse. The original Rangers capped at like a 95% to hit in with their melee attacks, but would miss a lot of them. In fact, they missed so many, I actually tested this and just basically threw away a playthrough to just do as many sword attacks as I could. I only managed to get about an 80% hit rate. So, like, not only did it cap at 95, but it was biased low to where it was actually closer to an 80. Missing 1 in 5 sword attacks when you're completely exposed when you miss is way too many. They did eventually fix that. They moved it up to 100%, and I think they, like, changed the bias in the RNG so that it wouldn't, like, bias low and fuck you. Which is much appreciated because it makes the Ranger actually, like, a playable class. Like, they were legitimately a joke when the game launched, that like you just couldn't use them. Especially because they also had the random like Muton ability to just kill them. It's like, I kill anybody that tries to melee me. It's like, there's only one class that's gonna try to melee you. So this might as well say, fuck you for picking Ranger. So it's not like it was just bad to pick Rangers in general. What is this? That's not a bad pot. I wish we had Chrissy, because I would love to mind control that Archon, because that would make this entire encounter way easier. Like, mind controlled Archons, like, the aliens have no idea how to deal with them. It's one of those, like, weird ones where, like, if you've never, like, spammed mind control on Archons, Blazing Pinions has no cooldown, and aliens do not have a good AI for how to, like, figure out how to deal with that problem of, like, that AoE coming down on them. So it's a really good strategy, and it makes a lot of encounters way easier. That's a sectopod. I can hear it. Like, there is definitely a sectopod on this mission.
Position confirmed.
Like, some aliens have more distinct sounds than others. A sectopod sound is, like, hard to mistake.
Position confirmed. Let's do this. Affirmativo.
Akira's gonna have to keep sight on these guys down here so I know where their vision cones extend. Because otherwise I could get in a really awkward spot where I go up to the ledge up top. John Galvin can stay on the bottom. Otherwise I could get into a really awkward spot where, like, I go to move guys up top and they just move into vision cones, which I've had happen before, and it's super, super unfortunate. Like, there's nothing more awkward than, like, only having sight out of 2 or 3 enemies in a pod and accidentally moving to within line of sight of this third. It's like a bit of a social faux pas on that one. Yeah, there's definitely a sectopod on this mission. Okay. So, trying to debate the best opening salvo. I think it's just a grenade. It does 6 to 7 damage, but any critical will basically auto-kill the Snakeman. Yeah. And does pretty decent damage to the Archon. Seems fine. Also, like, one of the BS parts about this game, critical doesn't necessarily mean more damage. The low damage for a critical is actually your high damage for a normal attack, which is really annoying. Can Brian give her a good silence position? I don't think it's actually that great of an idea to try it, honestly. Let's see if John Galvin can just hit this guy with a repeater. That'd be sweet. Yeah, he can do 8 damage, though. That's pretty sexy. Which means he's auto Soulfire, so Brian can finish him off with a Soulfire. Like, without any, like, RNG to it. So, like, obviously, anytime you can remove RNG, always good, right? Where's this Christian have shot? This guy's in, like, a weird position. Oh, he's got a flanking shot. Nice. Just, like, phases through a wall to shoot him. I'll take it. Alright, this is pretty good. We're just gonna hold in place, since a lot of people don't currently have actions. We do have John Galvin, so we have a little bit of a better timer on that container detonation, just because, like, as long as we can physically see it, we should be fine to hack it. There's container. There's also a group of enemies, it looks like. I don't care about the container. Show me the enemies. The enemies don't see us, or they haven't triggered yet. That's weird. Christian can't see them. I think he can see them, we just haven't squad sighted them yet. Like, we briefly caught sight of them, and that was it. Which is interesting. I've never seen that happen before. Well, I have seen that happen. We literally saw this happen, like, we literally saw this happen earlier in the stream with the jackasses at the black site. Alright. Now, like we caught sight of them enough to know they were there, but not enough to actually do anything about it. That's really weird. Does he see them? No, nobody sees them. Fucking, what the hell is going on? Alright, whatever. We'll set up for next turn. It's a weird setup. I did have one instance where the aliens, like, a pod got activated and then just immediately attacked, and I have no idea why it was different for that one pod than it is for everybody else. How are we still not seeing these guys? This is really bizarre. Okay, like, we still don't see them somehow. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. I mean, there we go. I was like, if we can, we're totally gonna launch a grenade and drop all of them to the floor, because that's how we roll, but, like... Alright, the mech immediately drops, because he's not... apparently not a complete idiot. The mech's like, wait a minute, you're just gonna kill me, aren't you? It's like, well, yes. Alright, no, you're not the one I want. Where is Smokey? There she is. Unlucky. Let's give you a mulligan on that one. Okay then. That was not what I expected to happen with that. That's a lot better. That was some really weird RNG, like with her missing both of those shots. Death from above. Have you reload with death from above. Alright. You have low chance on both of these. We don't really have a great shot. Who we have? Okay. We can aid protocol you. Let's just aid protocol and have him overwatch. Took way too many resources to kill that mech. Damage is a pretty good shot, but not quite enough. He still doesn't have a... Why is it listing a flanking shot? What's going on here? Oh, okay, it's already anticipated the Joe movie. But they're shooting at Emily instead of Akira. Weird. I guess I thought Emily was a better shot, even though Akira's like right there. Shut up, Bradford. I don't care. Okay, well, now... Oh yeah, Cody was asking me why I don't pick up loot. It's not that I don't pick up loot. It's that because the loot is entirely random, both in terms of what it is and what its level is going to be, I don't see any particular value in like going out of my way to get it. If I see the opportunity to, I'll pick it up. But I'm not going to risk anything for it. This is one of the uses of the tech is like they don't do that much. It's like they don't do that much, but it is pretty useful to have them just be able to remote hack so that you don't have to like risk anybody on it. And no criticals on either of those. That's sad. We could insanity one of them. I don't feel like wasting a null lance, and I feel like I have enough firepower that I can fuck around a little with this. Panic. Does he shoot the officer? Love it. Yeah, insanity is super random, by the way. This has fucked me over. You notice how he went to sword the officer and it destroyed part of the wall? Like, I've had that happen before and it's destroyed cars the ranger was standing next to and killed the ranger. And like, that is fucking obnoxious. Like, that shouldn't even be possible. Like, there shouldn't be like area damage on the melee attacks, and yet somehow there is. And it can cause these really... There he is. There's the big boy! Also, I hate the way this game counts hit points. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like, look at the health on that stupid thing. It's like trying to read grains of sand. Like, I think it has 30, though, because the ones in the last game had 30. Alright, you have a grenade left. Seems fine. Do we have the reach to get other things? Nah, we'd have to move up a little, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with because we have the stasis option, and we also have an auto-damage null lance option from Brian, although it might not reach that far. But, like, we do definitely have the stasis option, so, like, I'm always braver when I have stasis than when I don't have stasis. But we want to make sure it doesn't have any armor, because that makes this whole thing way easier. I believe in you, John Galvin. Sweet. Thanks, John. Okay. Okay, where can you land a grenade? Can you hit everybody? You can hit everybody if I move you up a little bit more. Which I will do. Alright. Right. No, it's like narrowly short of hitting everybody. Okay. Wait, friendly fire. Cancel? What are your friendly? Oh, it's friendly firing the box. Also, like, if you've never seen this happen, if there's an enemy like either a sectopod or a gatekeeper or an Andromedan, something that can't navigate around things, they can just walk over the box and fucking destroy it. And the only way you can hack it at that point is if you have a tech specialist. Because a tech specialist can still remote hack it even if it's like in pieces, which is weird. So we have Akira and Brian. Seems fine. So like, can Brian get range for a null lance? Let's see what the range for null lance is. Fuck me. I keep forgetting how ridiculous his power is. He could null lance it from here. Alright. So like, Brian can just auto kill this thing with a null lance, which I'm okay with. Can't soul fire it. Actually, you might be able to soul fire it. Can he? No. So you have to have a soul. Care the least about the Lancer, so we'll just null lance this thing. Alright, and Akira. Butcher Breaker. 94% to do 6 to 8 damage. That's not the greatest. I think we just have you go on Overwatch, because like this guy doesn't do anything unless he moves. Or he does 6 damage to Emily because he's a dick. Seems fine. Like, him using his gun is less threatening than him using his lance at this point in the game. Because, like, unless he just randomly critical somebody in cover, he has, like, no chance of getting, securing a kill. Is it possible I just threw Akira into another encounter? Hope not. Considering how far back they were. Of course. I was like, those guys were, like, super far back. We couldn't have possibly gotten to another encounter. Like, fuck you. The game's like, fuck you. Alright. This is me being dumb and reckless. So, we don't have a stasis active because we were dumb. Then Andromeda is in an awkward ass position. Like, we can tag him. We can tag him with Emily, but we don't have a lot of people to shoot this motherfucker. It gets him in the open, but I think he's still covered from Christian. Is he? Yeah, he's still covered from Christian. Wow, that's obnoxious. This Andromedon is in like the most awkward position imaginable. Alright. So Liam could try to get a shot. He'll be exposed. I think the best bet is for him to just go Overwatch. Unfortunately, there's not a lot Christian can do right now. John can go Overwatch. Christian goes Overwatch because I want to split it. How does it get all the way into that position? How does it get all the way into that position without triggering Overwatch? Alright, so it drops the AoE. So, like, how the fuck does it get into that position without triggering an overwatch? Is my first question. Because that doesn't seem possible. Alright, yet again, everything is going badly. If Akira can get a critical here, he just auto-kills it. Yep. So we don't even have to deal with that. She can't... She can't even see this Andromedan. How did it get in this fucking position? If we end the encounter this turn, the soldier that's on the ground is going to just be wounded. Which we should be able to. That was bullshit.
Status confirmed. All hostiles are down and the area is secure.
That was kind of bullshit.
Mission accomplished.
One killed. Ah, balls. Rip. That was not what needed to happen.
Hello, Commander.
Like, at all. Fuck. Okay. I guess we're training another psychic. Yay!
Avenger plotting new course.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander. From what I've been told, although I had realistic expectations as to the limited resources and facilities,
So like replaying that encounter, and I'm like, how dumb was it to send Akira after that guy? Like we could have just shot him. Like, I also anticipated that if we had an enemy, Christian would have a shot, but all he had a shot on was the Codex, which was like borderline useless. I'm like, and then like the Andromedon was just in the worst possible shot. Like we couldn't get any attacks on it. It's like, even when we're doing fine, it still seems to be, like, kind of unlucky. That's annoying. Yeah, it's annoying. Because we, like, casually tore apart the Sectopod, and then it's like, there's just a random Andromedan running around. It's like, thanks, game. Sure. Alien victory imminent. We're gonna have to do another black site. Those have gone so well in the past. Like, all of our black sites have just been money. And of course lying, like we're barely winning the game. We're barely staying in the game because of the black sites. What is this? Neutralize target. A bunch of supplies and intel. Seems fine. Problem is our like ace grenadier is gonna be out. Or maybe, I can't remember. She was out for 9 days. I'm not sure how much has passed. What do we got? So what do we got for team comp? We have... I really don't need like 100 techs. Specialists, sire operative. What are the other options? We can throw on some additional rangers, but I don't need additional rangers, so we just go sire operative. She's only out for 2 more days. So assuming you don't lose anybody on this mission, we'll probably just launch a black site right after this. He says right before they lose people. Yeah, the game's just being weird through this playthrough. I do want to do like an all DLC playthrough, because obviously this is a no DLC playthrough, and War of the Chosen dramatically improves the game. Alien Hunters kind of devolves the game, but like, Shen's Last Gift is kind of neutral. Like, War of the Chosen is such a different game, and I've only played through it once, that it should be, like, I will definitely see things I haven't seen before if I play through it again. So that would be interesting.
Take out any hostile resistance and capture the target if possible. Use force if necessary.
I believe Brian White died to like a single acid bomb plus the acid burn damage. I'm like, are you shitting me? Like, if he had gone critical instead of dying, he would have survived because we ended the mission the next turn. Like, fucking shit, game. Really just being an asshole here, aren't you? Capture or kill enemy VIP. The extraction point's on the other side, so like, we might as well just capture him, honestly. What do we spot? I'm pretty sure the pot of enemies is not a single elite soldier, so we're definitely like short something. That is a really spread out pod, and I don't even think I see all of it. Alright. I'm hoping I don't get Schrodinger's VIP though, because the game likes to do that and was still doing that in my last playthrough, where you capture the VIP, but then it doesn't seem to know if the VIP is alive or dead for some reason.
Heading to that location.
Like, I've had that happen in every playthrough, so like, I don't... It also makes it kind of worthless to even try to capture the VIP sometimes. It's like you go to all the effort of like sneaking up and punching them in the face, and then the VIP just like walks off. There it is. And I was like, there's gotta be somebody else. It's not just like a soldier and a shield bearer. It's like it's a fucking Archon. You know what would be sexy as fuck is if you could dominate this Archon.
Join me.
It's worth a 50%, honestly. Because like, dominating an Archon is almost an auto win for an encounter. Like, it is... Fucking nailed it. It is very difficult for the enemy to beat you when you have just an extra character that is also an Archon. Because the AI has no idea how to deal with those things. Oh hey, it's Chrissy. She's on the wanted poster. I do actually like that detail of how it has like your soldiers on like the wanted posters. We triggered a sectopod. Unfortunately, we don't have stasis. We do have a hack though, so we can try to shut it down. If it's even near us, honestly. Because, like, they're, like, on the other side of the fucking map. Like, most of our people can't see anything. This guy took cover behind a car. That seems like a poor decision. We'll see if we can make him pay for it. Yep. Like, why would you take cover behind a car? Alright, so he can squad sight things through the sectopod. only a 33% chance to hit the shield bearer. He can hit... I think we just let them shoot the Archon and go on Overwatch at this point. Can you get over here? You can. I don't really want you to. Okay. I think we just have everybody else chill back here and go on Overwatch and see what they do with the Archon. Because, like, if they kill the if they spend their entire turn killing the Archon, that's not bad for us. If they walk into our Overwatch, that's also not bad for us. The aliens are trying to figure out what the fuck to do. He puts up shields, probably. Yeah. Seems fine. Archon gets Battle Frenzy, so he gets increased movement. That's a pretty good shot. Still triggering. Miss. Miss. I was like, can they actually get double shields, or is he just being an idiot? It's like, no, he's just being an idiot. Yeah, I was like, Stun Lancer can't hit an Archon. Their evade's too high. Alright. The fact that this ability has no cooldown is, like, very vexing to me. Like, I've never actually figured out, like, why that is. Do we want to just shoot everything else and stasis the big guy for now? I do want to try to get some armor shred going. We'll have William pop a grenade over here. Nah, didn't even break shields. Okay, so she's definitely going to stasis. Does anybody have... Is there explosives? There's explosives, but nobody's in the AoE. Alright. So Christian has a 100% chance to hit... Who is this? Oh, the Sectopod. Well, of course he has 100% to hit the Sectopod. It's a Sectopod. Alright. That was a really good critical, actually. Hit you, shield bearer. Hit the Archon. No, I'm not shooting my own Archon. Thanks. You can inspire somebody. Let's inspire Liam. Let's see if we can shred some more of the armor on the big guy. You don't currently have stasis, so I'm not super worried about you preserving an action. Because if we can just kill the Sectopod, that'd be much better than the stasising him. Oh, yeah, Christian. He has no armor, so let's see what Christian can do to him. 10 damage is a pretty solid hit. John shakes Galvin. I'm okay with that. Nails it. And Chrissy, we'll just stasis the Lancer. Let him just chill in place. Because the stasis wears off right before the Blazing Pinions. Yes, I've done this before. So, like, he's going to get stasis in place, and the Blazing Pinions is going to detonate. And she'll just Overwatch. Random faceless. Sure. That's not really what we're worried about. We have 10 turns, we have a lot of territory that's being covered with just this one functionally fight. Archons also get a lot of evasion when they're up in the air for Blazing Pinions. And as you can see, like, they don't know how to respond to this, so they're just standing in the AoE of the attack, right? Because that's the closest shot they have. So, like, the AI has no fucking clue how to deal with this attack. And the Faceless stands right below him, too. So, like, this is why this is, like, the most valuable enemy to mind control, because the AI has no fucking clue how to deal with this shit. Especially when it has no cooldown, so the Archon never has to stay on the ground. Like, it can just keep doing this shit. Alright.
What's over there?
Alright, we're gonna fast hands them, and then we're going to face off. Because we see a lot of people, so let's just shoot everybody. Alright. Works. Alright, Liam.
Heading out.
Doesn't see anything somehow? Weird. Okay. Archon. We get Blazing Pinions again, but I would like to just keep moving if we can. Unfortunately, the encounter is like so far ahead of us that we can't really see shit. Alright, so Akira can just kill this guy with a plasma grenade. Well, we have a 72% to just execute the Faceless. Let's go with that. Out. John Galvin. What do you have? So we mostly just have a rifle. It's not really the most efficient way to deal with this. What do you have? We have Fuse, Soulfire, and Insanity. Will Soulfire get us a kill? Soulfire can get us a kill on that one. And we can get cover too. So Soulfire auto kill because it bypasses armor. Alright. Charlie. Guess you go here. And you don't really see anything, which is unfortunate. Like, we don't really have a good shot on this other dude, but he can get tall cover here. Set up for next turn. Alright, what do we got? John Shakes Galvin. Can go over here and go on Overwatch, and the Archon can just, like... Actually, can you heal this thing? Yeah, you can heal him. I'm gonna heal the Archon. Do you have melee? No, you have to... Oh yeah, he doesn't have a move plus attack. He has to, like, walk up to people and fucking hit them. And he's on fire too, nice. And of course the Archon also has dot. Like, everything that makes the Archon annoying for you to deal with also makes them annoying for the AI to deal with. Alright, so we have 8 turns left, which is more than enough time. We just have to, like, make progress. So we'll have the Archon do scouting for us. Alright, we don't see anything, which means we can just, like, fucking move to the Archon's position. Assuming we can kill this shield bearer. Do you have anything that will kill him? Or immediately deal with him? You do have Insanity. 42%. There's nothing to fuse nearby. We can't just insanity him. Missed. Unfortunate.
Affirmative. Moving out. Focus. Weapon spent. That's affirmative. Negative damage.
We have had some terrible luck trying to kill this guy. This is probably something shit. Of course, that hits. The 27% makes it. The 70% melee attack doesn't. Alright.
Got it. Moving.
Yeah, like, the ridiculous melee attack, the ridiculous shot makes it. All the sane ones don't. And we're still moving. Fortunately, the Archon is a pretty effective scout. Because we can move him up, and if we see enemies that don't see the rest of the squad, we can just have him blazing pinions and distract them for a turn. And if he doesn't see enemies, we're clear to go. No hostiles, we have 7 turns. Extraction's there, and the person we needed to get is over there. Got it. So there's almost definitely a group guarding the VIP. That's pretty traditional. So we're going to stack up on the door and see what we can do. The extraction, fortunately, is kind of close to the VIP, so we're not like hosed on that one.
Got it covered. Running.
Alright, we stack up next turn, we grab the VIP, then we're out. I hope. Alright. Because it's just on the roof over here, which is not actually that long of a walk. There's probably a way to just get there. Like, how is that the most efficient way to... whatever. Starting to wonder if like this soldier is the alien, because that was the weirdest way I've ever seen someone to do that shit. There is a drop down. I'm gonna put somebody here because there is a drop down that we can use to like get in the room, or that we can use to get to the roof and make the extraction. And 6 turns should be plenty of time to play with that. You can get up here. Alright. So everything's going fine. Like, we lost the Psyker in the opening mission because we were dumb. A little too cocky. Alright, open door. See what we got.
You're with us one way or another. Target identity confirmed.
Oh. Apparently there's nobody protecting the VIP? Okay. Well, you know what to do, Christian. Punch him in the face.
Status confirmed. Target package in custody.
Alright, John Galvin, grab the VIP real quick off the ground.
VIP located.
Alright. So this is actually not bad. So this is the best way up. Kinda don't want to move too far up, just so I don't trigger more encounters. We have a pretty clear route to get out of here. Alright. Now we got 5 turns, and all we have to do is theoretically run to extraction. Oh, the enemy's dropping reinforcements. Weird.
15, we're picking up an enemy transport inbound on your current position.
Did we kill all of the enemies? We couldn't have killed all the enemies, right? Am I missing something?
Heading there now.
I don't know. Like, if there are more, I'm not seeing them fucking anywhere. You can't extract the Archon. That makes me sad. Believe me, I've tried to extract mind control people before. The game doesn't let you. It's like, no, no. I'm gonna say no to that dog. You can just walk up here, right? Because you're an Archon? Yeah, you can just walk up here. Alright, come on. That was like super dramatic Archon. Feeling like a drama queen here. Alright. So like, when these guys drop, we're just going to like, beat the shit out of them. Shakes. Alright, Shakes is just gonna chill in place. Or he's gonna go here.
On my way.
And everybody's just gonna overwatch. Alright. So, like, not bad. Like, I'm gonna see if we can run towards extraction next turn. If we can't, we'll just chill for a turn. It's not a big deal. Let's see what the Overwatch does. Guys, I think there's XCOM here. No shit. Look at that shit. What the fuck? Alright. We just shot a hole in the floor somehow. Oh, there's the other group of enemies. What the fuck is this nonsense? I am so confused right now.
I've got eyes on Advent troops.
Alright, this is kind of a weird setup, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Menace 1-5, hostile interceptors are on high speed approach.
Alright, can we just leave? Can Echo... Echo cannot make it, so he can't just leave. We do have Fuse, which will be hilarious if we can move friendlies out of the AoE. Alright. So, since basically every enemy is scouted, if I can the Archon go kill some of these guys? Wow, the Archon's movement is really low. He hasn't been battle frenzied yet, that's why. Oh, fuck! I hit the pass turn button. I hit the pass turn button. I did not mean to hit the pass turn button. I might just lose the game because I hit the wrong button. Yeah, like I might just call this playthrough because like there's no way to win at this point. Fuck me. That might be F's in chat. I have to consider if I even want to try this because like that was the worst possible time to accidentally hit that button. I'm not being hyperbolic. Like we are basically gonna lose the game because of that at this point. Because we lost everybody. Like we have 2 people, we can't get to extraction. Yeah, like that might just be GG. I am intensely sorry that this is gonna be a shitty experience. Because I don't have an answer to this. Like, I was trying to formulate a plan, and I was trying to pull up a menu, and that didn't work. And I'm trying to see if there's any kind of response, but I don't think there is. I can't get to the extraction. I can't deal with the current combat problem in front of me. Like, I will try to keep it going as long as I can. But I think that's game. And I don't think there's anything I can do about it. So I am...
Blanco neutralizado.
On my way.
Yep, that's game. We're gonna lose the entire party now. So... I really wish it had an "Are you sure" for the I really wish it had an "Are you sure" button for when you pass turn. But it doesn't. It doesn't ask you if you're sure when you want to pass turn while you still have all 7 of your activations left. Well, anybody that's been following up to this point, I apologize. This is just... I really wish that it had an "Are you sure" when you hit the pass turn button, and it turns out it does not. And at this point, I don't think this is worth continuing, like... Because if I restart this now, this is going to take forever. Like, I don't have anybody. I don't have any psionics. I don't have any veterans outside of, you know, the one I've always had, Emily. This might be a punt. Yeah, whatever.
We can't afford to You were bound to face difficult operations over
So...
the course of our campaign, Commander. But there is little room for these ongoing setbacks.
We have 3 squaddies left, and that's it.
We should check with Resistance HQ for new recruits.
Like, I'm trying to decide if this is even worth trying to salvage, because it's gonna take for fucking ever. And we have to do a black site mission. It's not even our, like that's a huge problem, but it's not our worst problem. And this is like the shittiest way to end this playthrough. It is the shittiest way to end this playthrough, and there's nothing I can do about it. Because of course it's an Ironman. So like one misclick fucks you over completely. Fuck me. Because I can throw 5 rookies and Emily Sampson at a black site. I might be able to train up like 2 psionics with 1 power. I might be able to do it. But that would be such a time-consuming playthrough. And it wouldn't be worth it at all. It wouldn't be worth it for me or you. God, I can't believe that. Like, it seems like such a shitty UI choice to have it to where you can just fuck over your entire playthrough by pressing the wrong button. It is what it is. I'm gonna call it. I don't think there's a way to salvage this. Yeah, I'm sorry everybody else who was having fun. I was having fun too, but like, trying to resurrect this is not going to be entertaining. It's going to be, at best, a very long and tedious slog. It's going to take forever. It's just going to be a lot of more rookies dying.